All right, so hitting the trap line. We're still below 2,000 feet, checking the weasel box traps, and then after that we'll start heading a little bit higher, check the bobcat traps, and then from there we'll check the martin traps up around the 5,000 to 6,000 feet line there. Got a couple special guests today. I have Bjorn and Charlie, who are absolutely ecstatic about today's adventure. So far, it's a nice 40 degrees. Not too bad of a temperature to be working on. Hopefully a little colder up top so the snowmobile will go on the ice instead of slush, but it's always a gamble on what you're dealing with up here. All right, let's see what we got for a check here. Nope. Nothing going on. No weasel activity there. All right, to give you an idea of Western Washington here, this area right here 3 days ago was completely snowed in. I'm talking there was about 1.5 feet right here, and now I have to drive up to the next possible parking area and hope that there's snow there. Otherwise I've got either a long day of walking or running the sled over the gravel for a short period of time. Just the way it is here in Western Washington. There's pros and cons of the mild climates that we receive, and this is one of the cons. All right, it's getting promising. Starting to see some snow. That means I should be able to park at the next open area and have enough room to run my sled and not block the road. Would hate to come back to 4 flattened tires because my rig blocked the road. Looking good up here. Loving it. Bad day up here beats a good day at work. Hey, you guys ready to run the trap line? Huh? You can go get the traps? You go get them up? I know, let's go. Let's go. All right. Got the sled, about to hook her up. Got my trusted companions right here. Got a Chevy. It's a good day, boys. Good day. All right, so we just got to our first pullover spot. Got some traps in this area here. Put the snowshoes on and we'll go check it out. And obviously by the dog's reaction, there's been some predators through here because they are really keened in. So hopefully there's something in the trap. This right now is all ice. There's not really much snow here. Just a freeze, melt, refreeze. People driving over with their 4x4s have definitely made this a sheet of ice. I was slipping and sliding coming up, and then what I do is I rotate the dogs. So if one's getting tired, I put them in there and let the other one run behind me. It's about a 3.5 mile high from where I parked up here. About 3.5 miles on the sled. I was probably doing about 8 to 10 miles an hour for the dogs, and then also the road has been really rutted up by the 4x4 clubs that come up here. There's a really deep rut right there, and if you're on a snowmobile, you'll flip if you're not paying attention. But it's just part of the game of coming up here. It's public land. I can't get overly mad at people that come up here and use it as well, as long as people are using it responsibly. It stays public and doesn't get gated, right? All right, let's go check this line. All right, we're getting up to an exploratory trap. See if any martin are down this low. With the snowfall, I was kind of hoping maybe I'd get a couple here and there, but honestly, I've never seen any sign where there's any alders. All right, bait's untouched, trap's untouched. Give us a couple more days to soak, and then if there's no hits, then I will relocate the trap to a higher elevation. All right, first bobcat set. Let's see what we got. All right, you got 2 open doors. Stay. Let's see if we still got our bait. Yeah, still got the bait there. No bait there. Mice. Okay, so I literally just rebaited the bobcat traps. They one had the bait, the other one did not. I am assuming it was field mice because there's literally no evidence of the bait disappearing. Any other critter that would have been a little bit larger would have triggered the trap, including up to mink. I've caught mink in these traps, possums, raccoons. I've even caught a few rats, the larger Norway rats. So it's not the trap, or it's not the predator that moves. It's got to be field mice or deer mice. I'm using some cave-ins here. It's called Feline Fix. My dogs right now are a few feet away trying to beg me for some of this good stuff. All right, and then I'm going to take a little bobcat urine and I'm going to sprinkle some because they are coming into estrus soon, so the females are going to be very territorial and the males are going to be very inquisitive on what type of cats are out there, right? For obvious reasons. So there we go. This trap is set. Now we got a couple miles to go, and we will be to the next batch of traps. All right, so we have come up to the next exploratory marten sets. So far, not looking promising here either. The alders, I think, are going to be my giveaway not to attempt to even trap anywhere near the alder system. But I've got about one more switchback and it will no longer be alders. It'll be, oops, sorry about that. It will all be old growth. And I got another exploratory trap right here, which the dogs immediately keyed to. Woohoo! Little slip and slide, never hurt anybody. All right. Well, the fish have not been touched. Trap is still there. All right. Now, the good thing about bringing your dogs is not only will they key into where the traps are, but they will also key into any scents, as predators do like to mark their territory. But they literally just ran to this trap right here. Come on, Charlie. Get him up. Come on, Charlie. Let's get him up. Come on, good boy. Come on, get in there. Good boy. Whoa. Good boy. Good boy. All right, got a bit of a uphill descent. And check some, got some bobcat traps up here. I want to try to take my sled through here, but this particular patch of snow, the sun's kind of hitting it, and it's somewhat slushy, so my snowmobile would just get bogged down. Then I'd have a 500-pound item I'd be trying to remove by myself. Wouldn't work out too well. Dogs are acting kind of excited. Then again, the smell of the trap is quite interesting to them. They are predators. Both doors are up. Nothing in them. So my flasher is flashing away. It's doing its job. Bjorn. Bjorn! Almost caught me a dog. Traps are still up. This time last year I had several bobcats come through here. None yet. We'll give us another couple days, and if I don't see anything, we'll move a little farther up the hillside. But as you can see, it bypassed me. It completely bypassed me, but a cougar or cougars has come through here. All right, so one thing that a lot of these other states might not have to deal with that we have that's very unique to Western Washington is our mild climate. I know some may not call it mild, especially those who are, coming from states with no snow or whatnot. But in reality, it's mild. And what we have up here is the snow constantly freezes, melts, refreezes, a little bit of snow. So you get layers of ice, musty snow, and then what you find yourself doing is a lot of trapline. Like right now, I'm kind of digging this out to make it a little bit ergonomic for the bobcats. Cats don't like to duck. They don't mind squeezing, shoulder to shoulder, getting into something tight, but they do not like ducking. So I'm kind of digging out the trap, or like a ramp or road to the trap to make it as ergonomic as possible for the bobcat. Some critters don't mind ducking, but bobcats do. Okay, so now I got this all dug out. Flasher's still working over there to attract anything coming from up the hill up there. And then I've got a flasher right here to attract from that direction, or possibly up there if they're only looking down here, because cats hunt by their eyes primarily. And then when they get down here, they'll start smelling the bait and they'll come to investigate and hopefully walks into the trap. Last year was phenomenal. We had lots of cat activity. This year, nothing so far. But the season's still young and the breeding season's just starting with the cats. So hopefully they start moving to get their groove on, and one of them walks into the trap. All right, just cleared out a huge path that no cat should feel claustrophobic about or having to duck as they enter the trap straight there. Got a big open area right here, and we've got some flashers hanging in the trees, little fishing flashers there to attract anything that's working the easy route, and then they'll see it and come down to investigate. Loving the Tacticam. Really loving the Tacticam. I get 2 check-in photos a day. Tells me what's going on with my trap. And I like my trapping buddies, right? He's kind of mad because I won't let him eat the bait. He knows the drill. He's been on enough trap lines, right, guys? Oh yeah. So we just got done checking the last traps. Nothing in the traps. Some days are better than others. Not every day you're gonna pull fur, but it's the excitement of coming out here, learning, understanding your environment. And when you come up here daily like we do, you notice little changes. You notice when critters are rolling through. You notice when there's been humans through. Things like this. When this fills up with snow, it looks like it'd be nice and safe to travel across, but there's a creek right there, and you could potentially go feet deep into something you don't want to be in. It's every chance I get up here, I'm trying to learn something new. It's not just coming up here and seeing who can put the most fur in the fur shed. It's about learning about yourself, learning about the prey that you're after, the mountains, understanding, getting away from the electronic grind of just watching TV or being down in the urban jungle. There's so much more up here to offer than what can be offered down in the low country. I feel a huge sense of self-enrichment when I come up to the mountains. I mean, as long as I can remember, I've always been fascinated with the mountains, and I was lucky enough for most of my life to be in the mountains or around the mountains. I can only remember 3.5 years of my life not being near the mountains. And that was a horrible time. I lived in a state called Kansas. All right, so we're heading down to the low country. We're gonna go back to our lowland traps, right? See if we've got any raccoons or river otters. And then we're gonna do the long journey home. I think some Burger King, supersized or king size, whatever you call it. All right, we're coming back down to low country, stopping, letting the dogs get something to drink. They've been running for a few miles. We've been going at a really slow pace for them. Beating down, you take the hard way, I guess. Been beaten down with the snowmobiles, trying to beat it down as much as I can so they have a path to go on. And then whenever they get tired, I put one of them into the sled and they ride the sled for a little while. Got some nice clear water coming down from the snow melt. Look, we're about 2,500 feet here, and I've got about another 1,500 feet left, I think, before the truck. Elevation wise, I've still got about 3 or 4 miles. But running the snowmobile 3 or 4 miles is not bad. It's a lot easier to walk, right? Yeah, and this guy right here is just loving the trap line, right, Bjorn? Good boy. Did you get some water? Did you get your water, huh? You guys still thirsty? Apparently you are, huh? You still thirsty? Go get some water. Go get your water. This morning, the entire area that I'm driving over was ice. There was no visible gravel. And it warmed up to 65 degrees right here. But then tonight there is a warning for mass amounts of snow being dumped. So you just never know what you're getting coming up here. It's always different. So I hope you enjoyed my first trapline YouTube video that I made. Obviously there's going to be a lot of room for improvement, as I'm not a normal YouTuber. I like to watch them by making content wise. I think I made 4 or 5 videos. One of them was taken off by YouTube for safety standards. But yeah, if you like this, then I can make more. If not, well, I'll just continue with the simple Facebook post. But for those of you that actually watched the whole video and stuck through it, I appreciate it. And you can click and subscribe if you do or don't. I don't expect to get more than 10 followers. So anyways, I hope that this video helped you. Maybe get you off the couch or off the bench on exploring the ecosystem that we have here. I mean, it's a very diverse ecosystem in Washington State. You go 100 miles in any direction, you're in a different ecosystem, and most states don't have that to offer. So get out, enjoy life, and tell you what, the worst day in the mountains is better than the best day at work.